we're going to see a tool called, I was looking yesterday what to teach, and then I found one, so let's give it a play. I haven't tried it, so I want to try this myself actually. I saw the online stuff. It's too small, is it okay? So if you, how many of you want to try it, go to Kali Linux and go to this site. How many of you Word? I mean, I have a Mac, but I want to use a Microsoft Office. Anyone have Microsoft Office?
Yes, I do.
Can someone just create an empty document and email it to me? Just here in the list. Just say one word. I mean, just create a new document. Is it what version is this? 2013 or 2016?
2016.
Okay, just create one document, and I mean, just type something and it's just one line, and then just send it to me. Thank you. So this is how script kiddies, right? I mean, what are script kiddies? I mean, they just use the online tools and then they can create, anyone can do these things, I mean, right? I mean, without experience, anyone can launch this and do it. So Sheikh, you're doing it?
Yeah. I'm
Okay, just send me, email it to me, just to me.
Sure.
And once he's done, this is so this is a tool called Fishery, okay? And you can go to source code, like I said, I think I mentioned this. I mean, I'm also getting interested in a language called Golang. I think, I don't know how many of you are here. So a lot of security tools were written in Python, right? So I wanted to do something different, so I was researching what else I can do, and I found a tool called Golang, because I was also interested in Docker, which I think I'm going to show you a little bit today because that's important. Not from a security perspective, but I think you will get a picture because why I think it's important for security. This tool is written using Golang, right? I mean, it does main.go. The cool thing with this Golang is you can write in one language and you can make the binary to run it on Mac, Linux, or Windows. That's a nice thing. You don't have to, it doesn't need any library support. Once you build it, it will be an exe file or a Mac version or Linux. You can just go launch it and run it. So think of the power. You can write one malware, for example, or any solution in any platform, and you can just go run it in any other platform. Python is like that too, but Python is a pain. You need to make sure Python is 2.7 or 3.3, and there's a lot of other support of libraries and things. But this one, the cool thing is they have inbuilt HTTP support. You can create a web server with just the language. It's built into that. It supports concurrency. And I mean, I've been doing on my blog too about this one, how to do like concurrent Nmap scanning, not Nmap, but concurrent scanning just using the Golang. Okay, basically that's what I mean. Like I said, if you open Wireshark, you know, like how it finds open ports. It's the same thing. You do a TCP connection to a port. If that port it responds, you can assume it's open. If you get a reset, it means it's closed. So you can use the same logic with any programming language. You just do a TCP connect, and then you can write your own program.
Is it similar to Java or is it?
Similar. I mean, if you know any language, it's easy to pick up. It's a pretty much it's same as Java, C++. Or
Is it kind of competitor to
Java? It is because Java works on JDK, right? I mean, you have to have JDK installed on the system for it to work. But this one is not like that. It runs on the you can
Golang
just.
is the Google one, right?
Yeah,
Golang is Google.
So
one.
actually, it's pretty lightweight. What you write in 10 lines, you can write in 1 line.
No, it's like that, but still, it's more simpler. It's easy to
Yeah.
learn. It's not hard. So you can just learn this language, build your tools. I mean, bring proxy. There's a lot of tools coming up. So there is a tool called GoFish, which again, it's for fishing. But I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to show you this Fishery. But anyway, so I don't know. I mean, did you email me the document?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we have a document, and which Sheikh sent us. So Fishery. So you just remember how I showed you how to download tools last time? Anyone remember it from GitHub?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Copy this URL and say git clone.
Git clone, right? But in this case, you can do that if you want to build it yourself, because you can change the code and you can do that. But if you go down here, so you can download it here, right? They already have build packages, so you can build it for your. So I'm going to use Linux. I don't know how many of you are trying to follow me. How many of you are trying to follow? I can go fast if you're not following. You're just following, or?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay, I'll just go through fast. So you just get that, you can do it for Mac, but I'm just going to go into and then I'm going to copy it, right? Let's so I'm copying the link here. So I'm just downloading. You know how to get a file from online, right? In Linux, it's wget if you don't know. And then you can, it's a zipped file, so I'm going to use tar.
You like the minus, right?
So it extracted everything, so I'm going to fish, okay? So these are the files. Fishery is the main binary, and there is a server key and server.crt. These are the certificate keys, okay? So what this program does is it uses SSL or HTTPS based encryption between the client and the server. So everything is encrypted. So what happens when a traffic is encrypted? What do you bypass automatically if it's encrypted?
Firewall is bypassed.
Firewall, antivirus, because they cannot see what's inside. So this tool is using full encryption, and you can create your own certificates. Remember last time I told you about Let's Encrypt. It's a free SSL encryption, so you can get that. You can run this program on Amazon or what's the other one? DigitalOcean. You can run the software anywhere in the cloud, and you can buy a domain name, and you can put it online. So you can use this attack, or script kiddies can use this thing. So you can run this anywhere, but I'm just running in the local network. How many guys are in the same network, Wi-Fi network?
All.
Is it 10? Are we on the 192.10 network?
Yes.
Yeah, you're on the one.
Okay, perfect. So this is two pieces. First part is you have to take a template, a document, and we are going to inject with the malware. Okay, which is not a malware, but Sheikh sent me a document. We're going to use that example. Okay, we're going to take using the same program. We're going to inject that Word file with something. Okay, I'll tell you what that is. And then the second step is to run the same program so that it will listen for any incoming connections. Okay, but you can run this program in the cloud anywhere in the world, but I'm just using my local example because we are on the same network. But if you run something in the cloud, anyone in the world can access that link because it's open for everyone, right? But for example, I'm just running it from my system. So let's see the file which we got, okay? So this is a brand new created, Sheikh created just now, and I'm going to try to save it. Like I said, I haven't tried this, I don't know if it's going to work. But even if it doesn't work, this is the process, okay? You can go play it there. Where did we created a folder called scripts, right? And I'm going to put it in the same folder, okay? It's hi.docs, okay? So you created hi.docs. Okay, now I have this file here. Do you guys see that?
Yes.
So it's right here. So we're going to infect this malware or with malware. So the way to do it is fishery, and you have to say the URL, and I need to know the URL for this mission. So I'm finding the URL for this mission, which is my mission here. We are all on the same network, correct?
Right.
So I need to make sure the client, whenever they open the document, they come to this system, right? So I need to inject this document with this IP address somehow. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to do fishery, and URL is, it's like you said, it's HTTPS, and it's using the server.crt, which is by default right there, right? These files. But you can change it to your own certificates. And I'm going to say 192.168. Minus 168. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put docs. And so what am I doing here? I'm saying they inject this URL into the document, okay? And the input document is high and the output document is going to be infected. So it's going to take the input and then it's going to give me an output.
So that is a docs folder you have?
No, it's just a file. Docs is the hi.docs is the one you send me.
Right. No, the slash 192.168 slash docs.
No, it's not there. It's just injecting, and I will be serving in that path. My web server in that path. So basically, the client application is going to call that file, and it can be anything. You can also remove that. I'm just giving docs example because it was given in that example I saw. So I'm just using the same example. Okay. So now it's said. What is it saying?
Opening Word.
Injected work document has been saved. Okay. So now let's go to this one. So we're taking this document, again it's injected with some malware, correct? According to so the file is
Infected.
okay. So we're going to upload this file and analyze using, like I showed you last time, it's going to analyze against 60 different AV products, right? So out of, let's say it's still doing it, out of 53, 56, you see the number here?
Yeah. Only 3 found.
3 detected. But how many of you use Clam AV as an AV product in your company? Nobody, right? I mean, everyone uses the other one, Zone Alarm. Not many people use that. And even those are not detecting this is a malware because it knows something. It is doing because it thinks there's an URL somewhere in there, so it's assuming that it's a malware. So it is not like clear cut. That is why the other programs, McAfee, Norton, or anything, it's saying it's not finding. So this is going to work pretty much. I mean, you can email this file to anyone. You can take this document, put it in the Facebook, saying, hey, this is my document, okay? Or you can put it anywhere on your local intranet. People can click on it. Imagine the power of this. We just created using a simple tool and we put it. It's encrypted. No one can see what's inside. So we put that thing, right? So now the way to run this program is simple. Just do. So this is where you have to give your own certificates. If you create, you can put there are parameters, but default it's going to use the server.crt stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to run it. So what is it saying? It's serving this is a web server running. Again, this is all written in Golang. The Golang is, you don't have to import any HTTPS libraries to serve like Flask or something. You cannot do that. The library itself with 2 lines, you can serve an HTTPS server like Python. But Python you need to have another library. But in this one you can just run it. So I'm running now. So now the next step is, let's use Shake because he emailed me, right? Let's email. If anyone else want to try this, let me know. But I'm going to send it to you. I'm emailing him the infected.txt, okay? But again, like I said, imagine the power. I can put this online, Facebook, Twitter, anything.
Yeah, laptop is that.
Shake your gun.
I mean, it's not infecting anything. This is a phishing exercise. Remember, this is more like trying to get. Like I said, it may not work on a system. I'm going to send another one if it
This
doesn't
is
work.
a VM image. So.
Did it work? But are you on the same network?
Yes.
Oh no. Okay.
That's fine. You're on a NAT network?
Yeah.
So let's give it a shot. That's fine. Don't worry. Because as long as you can reach the internet. Oh, no, you won't. No, I think you should be.
That should be fine.
No, it should be fine. Still it should go through my host.
It will, but may not. We'll see. Just open the document. Let's see.
Can you reach the server, ping the server IP?
Ping my IP and see.
192.168, the 256.
Oh, from here?
Yeah, the where you are going to open the download file.
No, from my you need to ping my IP address. You should be able to reach my IP address.
Yeah, then only it works.
It may work, like I said, I don't know.
Your IP
10.168.
10.168.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's working?
Yeah.
Okay, give it a shot. I mean, it doesn't.
So both of
Okay, when you open the thing, I want you to, I don't know, do you see something like, do you have Word in there?
Yeah, I have the word Viva.
Oh, give it a shot. I mean, how did you create the document for me?
Oh, that I create from the host. No,
Yeah, create, open the document from the host system.
Oh, from host.
Host is connected to Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah, no, it is a phishing.
Yeah, it's not, I'm not exploiting it.
It is not any.
So I'm running a server here. We infected the file right in front of your eyes, and then I email. Like I said, I can email it to everyone. And the odds are someone is going to open that file and do this for me, right? Do you get a prompt?
Yeah. Where is your?
Did you open it?
Where is the
Where is
attachment?
the attachment? There's
Why
no
did not
attachment.
open it?
No.
Maybe some
Google
your
it.
system will scan and remove the attachment and do it.
No, not this system, not there. Google would have done it.
Yeah.
Maybe Google sometimes it does it, yeah.
Google.
Actually, they put it in a junk mail. Okay. Go to your
It is
junk
there?
No, I got the email.
Yeah.
So it's not in the junk attachment. I got the email.
Maybe it is stripping. Sometimes these,
Google does it.
virus detected, like you see here.
See.
Again, Google doesn't know this is a virus. All it knows is there is some URL embedded into the document, and I've had these issues with many times. I'm not going to do it now, but it's not hard to bypass this thing. It is, you can do a lot of tricks. The way to trick this is, like I said, I don't know how the word is documented. All you have to do is take that URL. It will be in like a macro or something. You have to split that URL like into two pieces, like one string, two string, and concatenate it with another string. If you do that, it will trick the email clients. If you have an URL
How do
in
you
one,
split that?
just two variables, like any macro, there's a script, right?
Okay.
Just to str equal to stt, that's it. And then str1 equal to the remaining part, and then str3 equal to the last part. If you split that and then have a variable to add those things, it will trip all this email filters. So the filter, it is doing the filter because it is just it is looking for URL. It thinks like there is virus, but most of the time it's not a virus. So anyway, let's see how to transfer this file to Shake.
And we can zip it.
What is it?
If you zip it,
Zip it or let's see.
Put it somewhere in FTP or something.
I don't have FTP access, but let's see.
You have a FTP client running?
yeah, I do have a FTP client, but I don't have.
You have
access.
FTP server name, he can connect and get that file.
Let's see what I can do.
We wanted to know when you open
So
the
what is another way you can serve an HTTP? Let's go to that site.
You can see.
You made sure we don't have any Google
Or
spies.
if you have a Samba, I can access the
What is
Samba. If you have a Samba, I can access the Samba.
Now let's do this. Look up the command.
Is that an exploit you wrote, or did you find that
No, it's online. It's a fishery. It's called fishery.
fishery?
So Python has this one-line thing which you can serve.
Yeah.
Okay, it's simple HTTP server. Okay, so it's all caps on HTTP. Oh, sorry.
Oops.
I pressed the power button.
Not Mac, right? So you can get it.
Now you're going to be on the internet saying a bad word.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, Nandesh will edit everything. He has a lot of time. Okay, where were we? So if we do this one line, I'm on this particular path, right? So it's going to serve an HTTP. So can you go to my site, port 8000? Go to a browser.
HTTP, yes sir,
It will be just HTTP, but colon 8000. So basically, it's going to grab that file from my machine. This is, you don't need this step. I'm just trying to because it will show all the files. Do you see all the files?
Yeah, I see.
Okay,
it.
I got. Okay, you took the file, right?
So I'm taking it now.
Okay, so you got the file from me.
So which is hider dot, right?
No,
Infected.
infected.
Okay. Okay, I got it.
So now this program is still running, but if it all works, I mean, it will prompt him something. Most of the time when phishing attacks, it will prompt you something and you have to type something. Most of the users, they will think it's a LAN network and they'll type something. I don't know, is it prompting for anything?
No.
No, you opened it, nothing was there inside.
Do I need to enable it?
Oh, enable editing, yes. Okay, say yes for that.
Yeah, it prompted me.
Okay, just type like admin and password or something like that, right?
Admin and.
So it is, you open the file, I'm getting some response down here, okay? You see that?
Oh,
That's the password you type, admin. Okay, imagine the power of this. I mean, he may be smart enough to not type the login name and password, but most of the users, like QA people, or not QA, I don't become QA, but like help desk people. I mean, people like administrators, HR people. Do you
Like
think?
Senator Biden
What is that? Yeah.
using password.
This will have 50 to 75% of success in any organization. I can create a simple malware or not a Word document. You can do the same things in PDF files. Now think about it, the files you download from the internet, even any educational documents. You never know. I mean, so there could be a malware embedded inside the system which can send a reverse shell to the other systems. This is just phishing.
Can you take the PDF file also?
Yes. You can have like a PDF files, but again, you need to, that's why these days when you open, there'll be a thing called like read only or something like that. If you don't have that checked, then you can infect it. By default, PDF readers won't let you do that, but it's like enable editing, right? I mean, you have to do that.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
But how many of people don't? Because everyone does that. Because you have to enable editing in any Excel document or anything you can do the same thing in Excel too. Anything you open, you have to enable that editing because to do something. So you do that, you get the prompt, and you're going to assume that it is okay. I need the login. What password would you have typed? I mean, I know you're smart, but if you're a normal user, when you get the prompt, it will be like a network
Right.
login, like a NTLM authentication, right? So what login name and password would you have typed? No.
My
System,
Windows-
your Active
Windows
Directory login password. That's the
Right.
one you would think to type to see just to get past that. Once you type that, anyone in the world can get logins like this.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think that is the thing I wanted to demonstrate. This is one example. There are thousands of examples like this. Okay, this is how it happens. This is the very successful. No matter how secure your external infrastructure is, attackers can get bypassed all your controls using this.
So you're saying, say I download an Excel file on the PDF, usually it's a reader. Most of us have readers.
That's right.
And unless you're auditing, you might have auditing, enabled editing.
Yeah. I mean, in PDF, it's called that a read only, right? It'll be some.
Yeah,
There's a
it's
checkbox.
read-only, yeah, but I'm trying to understand, like, if I download a file, how would I know that is embedded or not?
You won't.
I will.
You won't. Yeah.
So
Like I
Yeah,
said, you need a
silence.
trust.
Silence.
Silence may detect it, yes. The
No, no.
silence, like I said, it is not in virus total we checked, right? None of the IAVs detected it. Silence won't even detect if it's on the file system. It will detect as soon as it tries to connect to an outside system.
Yes.
It uses AI to detect and stop. I didn't try this with silence yet, but I don't know. Let's try. I have silence.
see, for that, right?
But why?
If I can record this.
But why is this silence going to stop?
Stop
It's
recording?
not going to
But
Yeah,
record.
please.
download a file.
Huh?
Want your
Yeah.
item
What
is
happened?
immediately
That's why
installed.
user